you know it has got 4 chambers: left atrium, right atrium, left ventricle, right ventricle. We can identify the chambers by the structures which open into them. Suppose, for example, right atrium. What opens into it? Supra vena cava, infra vena cava. So see over here, mark this thing. This structure that is over here, which is just like a membrane. Let me put it. So see where I put the forceps. This one. This is just a very membranous structure, very thin wall structure. This is the superior vena cava. Okay, this is supra vena cava, and below this effluent is the infra vena cava. We know the vena cava is open into the right atrium. So this chamber has to be the right atrium. And see, on the right atrium, there is an appendage here. Okay, so this entire thing is the right atrium. Okay, on it there is an appendage. This appendage is called right auricle. So auricle and atrium are two different structures. Auricle is vestigial, is lumen, is spongy, and almost no blood enters into it. Okay, but obviously the atrium contains blood in its lumen. So this is right atrium, this is right auricle, and they usually tie the right atrium. See, it is already tied here. Okay, this thing is your right atrium. Then we know that the pulmonary veins, they open to left atrium. Okay, how many pulmonary veins are there? Four. 2 on right, 2 on left. Okay, mark this effluents. This is one pair, and this is the other pair. See where I put the forceps. These are 4 pulmonary veins or 2 pairs of pulmonary veins. Okay, and they open into left atrium. So this chamber has to be left atrium. But mark one thing. This is the front part of the heart. The left atrium. See, the left atrium is distinctly pushed behind. Okay. See, in this arrangement, the left atrium has got the 4 pulmonary vein opening. I have probed them with forceps, and the left atrium is directed posteriorly. It is pushed back. Okay. Then over here, see, this is the pulmonary trunk, and this is the aorta. Okay. So if I put my forceps in the pulmonary trunk, it is opening into this chamber, and you all know pulmonary trunk arises from right ventricle. So this has to be right ventricle. Okay, this has to be right ventricle, and so the remaining chamber on this side has to be left ventricle, from which begins the aorta. Now mark here the parts of the aorta. This is ascending aorta, the curved arch of aorta, and this is descending aorta. Okay, so if they mostly tie the arch of aorta, okay, and ask what are its branches. So it is SCB, from left to right, left subclavian, left common carotid, and brachiocephalic trunk. The brachiocephalic trunk gives rise to right subclavian and right common carotid. Okay, so see over here, if we come from left to right, this will be your left subclavian, this will be left common carotid, this will be brachiocephalic trunk. So the mnemonic is SCB, from left to right. Okay, but this is ascending aorta, and if they tie it here, okay, it has to be ascending aorta, but if they tie it here, it is arch of aorta. Okay, so know the difference between the two. Depending on the position of the tie, the identification is different. And if they tie the ascending aorta, they ask what are the branches. Branches are the 2 coronary arteries. You can come under letter group. Okay, if you can't see, you can come letter group. So this is, if they tie it here and the identification ascending aorta, the branches will be 2 coronary arteries, right and left. Okay, so mark where they are tied. Then now we have known the 4 chambers. So let us see the parts of the heart. See, this conical portion is called the apex. This conical portion is called the apex. And as you can see, it is mainly formed by the left ventricle. In fact, only formed by the left ventricle. And how to hold the heart in anatomical position? Always hold the heart on your left hand or left palm and put the apex towards your left thumb. Okay, this is the anatomical position of the heart. Okay, and this is called your apex. That is mainly formed by the or only formed by the left ventricle. The pulsation of the apex can be felt on the precordium. What is precordium? That is the portion of chest wall overlying heart. Okay, there you can feel the pulsation of the apex, and that is called apex pit. That is called apex pit. That is defined theoretically as the outermost and downmost palpable cardiac impulse. And the location in the adult is left 5th intercostal space, half inch medial to midclavicular line, or 7 to 9 centimeter from midline. But in children below 2 years, it is different. It is in the left 4th intercostal space, lateral to midclavicular line, and the adult position is attained after 2 years. Okay, adult position of apex pit is attained after 2 years. So remember, this is the apex. In anatomy, where you find the apex, just the opposite is the base. Okay, So if this is the apex, this has to be the base. Okay, that is everywhere. Even you have seen the lungs, apex is above, so the base is just below. Okay, so this is the base. So if someone asks how is it formed, you can tell this is right atrium, left atrium. So the two atria combine to form the base, and out of them, major part 2/3 is contributed by left atrium, 1/3 by right atrium, 1/3 by right atrium. Okay, so this is the apex, this is base. Then see the structure that is lying on my palm, or the part that is lying on palm, that is called diaphragmatic surface, but because that rests on the diaphragm or inferior surface. Okay, because that is towards below. Now see how is it formed by the two ventricles. Again here 2/3 is by left ventricle and 1/3 is by right ventricle. Okay, and when you hold the heart in abdominal position, always put the heart on the inferior or diaphragmatic surface, not on the base. This is wrong. Okay, so always put the heart on its diaphragmatic inferior surface, and the apex should be towards your left thumb, and always hold the heart on your left hand or left palm. Okay, then there is another surface here that is towards the front, and it is coming in relation to the sternum and the ribs. Accordingly, it is called sternocostal surface. Now let us see how it is contributed. See what is present here. There is right auricle, right atrium, right ventricle. Okay, on this sternocostal surface. Then this is the left ventricle, and this is the left auricle. So this is the left auricle. This one is your left auricle. Okay, this trabecular structure looking lobulated left auricle. But see, no part of left atrium is present on the sternocostal surface because that is driven behind. Okay, so what are the contributory chambers or parts of the heart in the sternocostal surface? Right auricle, right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle, and left auricle, but not the left atrium. And here, see, 2/3 major part is by the right ventricle, 1/3 is by the left ventricle. 1/3 is found.
So auricle and atrium, that
Two are different.
That different. Can you tell me once again? I didn't understand.
See, the atrium is a proper chamber. Its lumen contains blood.
Yes, sir.
But auricle is just an appendage from the atrium. Its lumen is spongy and blood never enters it. Blood never enters it.
It's just an invagination.
Not an invagination, it is an appendage. Okay, it is an appendage projection from the atrium, but its lumen is spongy and practically no blood enters its lumen. So auricle is said to be vestigial in case of human beings.
Okay.
Okay. Now see, this is the sternocostal surface. Now there is another surface on the left side. See, just hold the heart, you get surface on the left side, it's called left surface. That's called left surface. And how is it contributed? See, left auricle, left atrium, and left ventricle. Left auricle, left atrium, and left ventricle. That form the left surface. So now you have known about the three surfaces: sternocostal surface. Okay. Then there is diaphragmatic inferior surface and left surface. Now let us come into the borders. So the first border that we will study is the right border. That is obviously right side. And how you get that? You join the opening of supravena cava with the opening of infravena cava. Just like this. This is the opening of supravena cava. This is the opening of infravena cava. You join the two. You get the right border. Okay. And see, the right border is entirely on the right atrium. It is entirely on the right atrium. Then where that border is ending begins the inferior border. Okay. How to get it? Join the opening of infravena cava with the apex of the heart. From infravena cava opening to apex of the heart, that is the inferior border. Then you join the apex of the heart with the left auricle. That is the left border. Okay. So right border, inferior border, left border. Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, the right border separates the base from the sternocostal surface. The inferior border separates the inferior surface from the sternocostal surface. And the left border separates the left surface from the sternocostal surface. So ideally there are three borders. But Chaurasia mentions a fourth border that, according to the author, is by joining the upper border of the two arteria. Somewhere here, but many books don't mention it. Only Chaurasia mentions an upper border. Otherwise, it is three surfaces and three borders. Okay. Now we are done with the parts of the heart, its chambers and all that. Now let us see what are the grooves present on the surface of heart. So see one thing. See this specimen is another heart, and here we can find this is the position of the heart, another position, and see on the sternocostal surface there is a groove over here. Okay, there is a groove over here on the sternocostal surface. and it is in between the two ventricles, so it is interventricular and towards the anterior side. So this groove is accordingly called anterior interventricular groove. It is called anterior interventricular groove, and usually when they point this groove out, they ask what is passing in it or what are its contents. It contains the artery by the same name, that is anterior interventricular artery, and a vein known as great cardiac vein. So vein is not very clear here, distinct here, but see this artery in this groove is anterior interventricular artery. So what are these contents? Artery by same name and great cardiac vein. Okay. Similarly, on the inferior surface, we get another groove over here on the inferior surface. Okay, where we find see, this is again between the two ventricles, so it is another interventricular groove, but despite being located on the inferior surface, it is named posterior interventricular groove. The location is inferior, but authors have named it posterior interventricular groove. Then the next question is what are its contents? Again, artery by same name, that is posterior interventricular artery and middle cardiac vein. The vein is middle cardiac vein. Okay, so here is the two contents of the posterior interventricular groove. Now see over here what we get. You can see in this arrangement the two ventricles are distinctly below, and this is the two arteria. Here they have opened up the right atrium that is cut in the middle and the left atrium. So we can find in between the arteria above and ventricles below, that is another groove here that I am holding with my two fingers. Okay, so don't show it like this in the exam. This is somewhere here. Okay, so that the arteria are above it. This is somewhere here. Arteria are above it and ventricles are below it.
So can you show one second?
So see this thing. This thing you see. This thing. So let me hold it like this. That will be more clear. So this is the atrioventricular groove. It is shown that because it is between the atria on one side and the ventricles on the other side. Then next question is what are its contents? Okay. See, that is more clear over here. What are the contents? See, this is again the atrioventricular groove. What is the anterior part towards the front, and see its middle is hidden by the two great vessels, pulmonary trunk and aorta. So there is a part on the right side and there is a part on the left side. See, in the right atrioventricular groove in the front, this is the right coronary artery. Okay, see this artery towards the right side. In the right part of atrioventricular groove in the front is right coronary artery. Okay, see this is right coronary artery. Okay, then see over here, we can find another artery here, over here. This is the left coronary artery. See, this is the left coronary artery. By logic, right is towards the right side, left is towards the left side. Okay, the left coronary artery. From that, this branch is anterior interventricular artery, which passes in the groove by same name. Okay, and this branch is called circumflex branch. So see, this is the left coronary artery. Here you can find its two main branches. This is anterior interventricular artery because it runs in the groove by the same name, and this branch is called circumflex branch of left coronary artery. Okay, that is running in the left part of the atrioventricular groove. So on the right part we get right coronary artery, this one. Okay, and on the left part we get the circumflex branch of left coronary artery. The two will pass behind and anastomose at the back of the atrioventricular groove. At the back of the atrioventricular groove, and here see, that will be more clear I think in this specimen. See, I have put the forceps in the right atria, and there is opening into a very thin wall structure here. Okay, there is a very thin wall structure into which this forceps is passing. So this is your coronary sinus. That is the main vein of the heart. There are many veins of the heart, but the main vein of the heart, this is the coronary sinus. 60% of heart blood is drained by the coronary sinus, and that is located on the atrioventricular groove posteriorly on the left side. Okay, it begins on the left side, then goes right side and ends in the right atrium, because all the veins in the body, all systemic veins ultimately end in right atrium. So if someone asks you what are the contents of this atrioventricular groove, see, in the front middle part is hidden by the two great vessels. On the right side we get the right coronary artery. On the left side we get the circumflex branch of left coronary artery. Okay, behind we get the coronary sinus and the anastomosis between these two arteries, that is right coronary and circumflex branch of left coronary. Clear? Now you can find here, see, this is the interarterial groove. Okay, I didn't mention it in a groove because it is not very distinct. So between the two side arteries, the interarterial groove. Okay, this is posterior ventricular groove and this is atrioventricular groove. They meet at a point here that is called crux of the heart. See, this is the, see, I am repeating, the intra-arterial groove, that is not very distinct, okay, but this is the posterior ventricular groove, okay, and this is the atrioventricular groove. These three grooves, they meet here. That point is the crux of the heart, CRUX, crux of the heart, okay. So this much we need to know. This is the external feature of the heart. And one thing I would like to emphasize here, see, I will read the pericardium in a separate class, but see where I am putting the forceps, okay. So where I am putting the forceps. This is a space or a sinus. Sinus simply means a space. It is described variously into different structures, okay. So see where I have put the forceps, okay. So what you get, in front of the forceps, there are the two great arteries. The cut part is the pulmonary trunk and this is the aorta. Clear? Then behind we get the vein. See, this is the right atrium cut open here. So above you get supra vena cava, below you get infra vena cava, and this is the four pulmonary veins. Okay. So this is called your transverse sinus. That is the space between the arterial trunk and the venous parts. In front there are two great arterial trunk, pulmonary artery, aorta. Behind you get the four pulmonary veins over here and the supra vena cava, infra vena cava. So this is called transverse sinus. Okay, that we will read in detail in relation to the pericardium. Okay. Then another thing you see over here. Okay. See, in this case, the membrane that you get is the fibrous pericardium. Okay. Fibrous pericardium, and you can find here that this is the left atrium. So one side there is two pulmonary veins, on the other side the other two pulmonary veins. On the right side, two right pulmonary veins, on the left side the two left pulmonary veins. So see, there is a space over here. Between the two pulmonary veins on each side, there is a space. That is called oblique sinus. So what is oblique sinus? The space between the right side pulmonary veins and the left side pulmonary veins. So have this thing in mind. Tomorrow we will cover pericardium. So go and send the next batch, then we can read the theory about the external picture. Okay.